Don't miss any content. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell.
Hey guys, welcome back to Sahara Football. As usual, I'm your host, Selassie Fiawoe. Today is the time for performances of Ghanaian players abroad. After that lengthy international break, we now have club football back, and Ghanaians were on show adorning their jerseys of their clubs and helping them to victory. I'll be taking you through each Ghanaian that I tracked over the weekend and their performances with their clubs. As usual, if you're new to the channel, I advise you to subscribe to this channel and to click on the notification bell to get more updates. So the Premier League took place over the weekend, and Manchester United versus Liverpool was the headline game of the weekend. Now, Manchester United, many thought would be battered by Liverpool, but it wasn't to be, and they almost, I have to say, sadly grabbed a victory. They were unfortunate, a late equalizer from Liverpool, from Adam Lallana. Coach Jurgen Klopp of Liverpool slammed Manchester United's defensive shape for this game, but hey, you can't direct them on how they should play their game. Now, Jordan Ayew was in action when Manchester City beat Crystal Palace. He was unable to score. They lost 2-0. I'll be taking you through performance of Ghanaian players abroad as Samuel Tetteh and Andre Ayew continue their fine goal scoring from the captain of the Black Stars, scoring in his team's 1-1 draw over the weekend. So I'll just jump right into it as usual. As I'll start off with the English Premier League. I'll start off with Crystal Palace. They took on Manchester City on a Saturday late kickoff. Now, Manchester City, we all know, had it all to do after losing before the international break to Wolverhampton Wanderers. They could not afford any more slip-ups, and boy oh boy did they avoid it. They scored 2 goals in 1.5 minutes against Jordan Ayew's Crystal Palace. Jordan Ayew played the full 90 minutes of this game. Jeffrey Schlupp was subbed out after 54 minutes, and unfortunately Jordan Ayew, who has had a great goal scoring form for his team Crystal Palace in recent times, was unable to find the answer for a Manchester City side who were determined not to lose 2 times on the bounce. I move on to my next game. Chelsea, they took on Newcastle United. Now, Newcastle United, after that famous victory over Manchester United at the St. James's Park before the international break, we're looking to do one over on Chelsea. It wasn't to be, however. The Blues found the answer in the 74th minute from Marcos Alonso from left back, shot into the box, and it was 1-0 to Chelsea, and that was how the game ended, and it was 1-0 in favor of the Blues. Christian Ayew was an 83rd minute substitute in this game for Newcastle. Could not help his team get an equalizer at least. Leicester City took on Burnley, and it was 1 year since the Leicester City owner had died after watching a game here on this day against West Ham United, and his helicopter crashed upon liftoff from the stadium after that game, and a 1 minute of silence was held in his honor, and we hope his soul rests in perfect peace. In that same game, Daniel Amate was injured. He had an ankle break in this game. He's still not back for Leicester City, who were 2-1 victors over Burnley over the weekend, and we hope Daniel Amate will get some answers on his injury. As and when I get it, I will let you guys know. Now, Barnsley took on Swansea City, and captain of the Black Stars, Andre Ayew, continued his fine goal scoring form for Swansea City. He was on target for Swansea City as they drew 1-1 with Barnsley. Reading took on Preston North End, and Andy Adam, full 90 minutes in at the back for Reading. They won 1-0 on this occasion. AFC Wimbledon took on Portsmouth, and Kwesi Appiah came on in the 85th minute for AFC Wimbledon in this game. He was not instrumental in their win, but he was part of the winning team in this game. 1-0 it was to AFC Wimbledon versus Portsmouth. Now, Wigan took on Nottingham Forest, and Albert Adoma was an unused substitute in this game for Nottingham Forest, and they lost 1-0 to Wigan Athletic. I move straight to Spain, La España. And Atletico Madrid took on Valencia. Thomas Partey played 54 minutes before being replaced by Thomas Lemar. Partey has become a person of interest. Atletico Madrid are looking to increase his clause. I brought you that story at length last week. If you've not watched it, I'll leave a link to the video here. You can watch that story at length. Basically, Atletico Madrid want to ward off interest from other clubs with a bumper salary raise. Great news for Thomas Partey, but this game he was replaced in the 54th minute as this team drew 1-1 with Valencia. Mallorca took on Real Madrid and they shocked La Liga over the weekend. That was a shock result. Mallorca beating Real Madrid 1-0. Idris Ubaba played a full 90 minutes and was a stalwart in the midfield. He showed strength and stamina in midfield. Lumo Agbengen was a 46th minute sub after the break. He joined the action and helped his team secure that 1-0 victory over Real Madrid. Baba Rahman is still injured for Mallorca after that injury that saw him taken out of the game 2 weeks ago. Now Deportivo Alaves took on Celta Vigo. Mubarak Akaso played the full 90 minutes as Deportivo Alaves beat Celta Vigo 2-0. Now Celta Vigo nominated player of the month Joseph Ayew was in action here. He also played a full 90 minutes but could not prevent his team from losing 2-0 to Deportivo Alaves. Atletico Bilbao took on Real Valladolid. Mohamed Salisu was in action here in defense for Real Valladolid as they drew 1-1 with Atletico Bilbao. Real Zaragoza took on Mirandes and they lost 2-1. Rafael Dramina has been ruled out for a long time because of his heart problem that he had. Last week I brought you that story and it's quite unfortunate that Rafael Dramina won't be playing football for a very, very long time. To France and Metz, they took on Nantes. John Boy played the full 90 minutes as his Metz side, kept a clean sheet and also won 1-0. So great win there for John Boy and his Mets teammates. In Italy we go next and Sassuolo took on Inter Milan. Sassuolo, we have a very good Alfred Duncan. He was in action here. He played a full 90 minutes. Koja Samoa was an unused substitute in this game. The game ended 4-3 in favor of Inter Milan. Udinese took on Torino and Nicolas Opoku played the full 90 minutes of this game as Udinese won 1-0 against Torino. Brescia will take on Fiorentina this evening, and that is there with the Italian Serie A. Germany and FC Köln, they took on Paderborn SC. FC Köln managed to thrash Paderborn FC 3-0. Christopher Ncheji played 62 minutes of this encounter before he was subsequently substituted in this game. Fortuna Düsseldorf took on Mainz 05. Kasim Adams played the full 90 minutes. Bernard Tetteh played 66 minutes and Nana Ampoma was an unused substitute for Fortuna Düsseldorf. I moved to Turkey and Trabzonspor took on Gaziantep FK and still out is Caleb Okuban there. His team, however, thrashed Gaziantep 4-1 here. Kayserispor took on Kasim Pasa and Bernard Mensah played a full 90 minutes as his team drew 1-1 with Kasim Pasa. Konyaspor will take on Yeni Malatyaspor tonight later on at 6 p.m. this evening. Now to Belgium and Cercle Bruges, they took on Sporting Charleroi. It ended 3-0 in favor of Sporting Charleroi. In action was Godfred Donsa. He played the full 90 minutes for Cercle Bruges. Standard Liège took on Genk and Joseph Painso was not in the squad for Genk as they took on Standard Liège in the Belgian Premier League. Gent took on Vaslan Beveren. Thomas Ijapon was not in a squad for Vaslan Beveren. They lost 2-0 to Gent. Now to Bulgaria, Donav Rus took on Edka Veliko Tarnovo. Inkum played the full 90 minutes as his side lost 2-0. I moved to Sweden and there we have Abdul Fattah Safiu, formerly of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Abdul Fattah Safiu played 84 minutes as his side were thrashed 4-0 by Norby IF. Dennis Entry also was a 75th minute sub for Trellisborg. Finally, Samuel Tetteh is with the Austrian League and he was on target for his side Lask Linz as they thrashed Mattisburg 7-2 in that encounter. So that has been it for today. I've been looking at performances of Ghanaian players abroad. Who was the standout performer for you? Ayew continuing his fine form for his club there, Swansea City, in the championship. Probably they will get back to the Premier League next season, and Ayew will be playing in the Premier League once again. Let me know your thoughts about everything in the comments box. Unfortunately, the Ghana Black Stars B could not qualify for CHAN 2020, and we are out for the 3rd time in a row. Should Maxwell Konedu face the sack? Let me know your thoughts in the comment box. I'll be doing a separate video on that. I'll see you guys in the next one. Enjoy your day.